Everyone, so today I'm going to take you through the setting pattern for this hairstyle. I will put an image here in post. All I'm using is a hairbrush, and then I've got two kinds of clips. I've got bobby pins and then pin curl clips. Obviously it's a good idea if you've got setting spray or a mousse to use that as well. I don't have any, so I'm just going to give the curls a quick spritz with hairspray at the end. This seems to be really doing the trick for me at the moment though. I think that having bleached hair is really just helping curls hold at the moment, so I'm enjoying that. I just need to take my glasses off, otherwise it's going to get tricky dealing with all of the hair here. I'm starting with damp hair, it's not wet. So my cut is a bob, which I've grown out quite a bit, and I have a straight across fringe, which I haven't cut for a while, so it's far too long to wear like that. Sometimes I do this after I have a shower. I'll just, wash my hair, leave it wet, and then I'll leave it to dry for probably at least an hour, I'd say, until it's, it's not dripping, it's just slightly damp, it's just got something that'll give the hair hold. But first off, I'm going to create a middle parting for this style. And I want to do it all in one with my fringe as well, though I will separate that out in a little bit. So just grabbing my main hair, I can just sort of pull out the parts which are my fringe, and then I clip this back. Same on the other side. This side I find a bit more tricky just because I do have quite an extreme cowlick. So you can see my hair naturally wants to separate like that, but I want it straight down the middle for this. I'm just going to clip this side down while I work with this. It will only be a very short amount of time. So I'm taking my fringe hair and I'm only using a 1 finger roll width, just twisting it around and rolling it down. I really want especially these front rolls to be nice and tight. One of my pin curl clips, just popping it through the center. So I want quite a low and small roll, and these are going just down. Same on this side. There's a bit longer here. With this set in style, I'm essentially just mirroring what I'm doing on each side. So I want it in the end to be symmetrical, or as close as I can get. Just making sure those end hairs are tucked in. Okay, so I'm starting on this side, and I take sections of hair that are probably 1 inch to 1.5 inches square. My hair is also quite thick, so I don't want to take sections that are too big. I also want quite a bit of volume for this set, so I will be taking my hair at probably about a 90-degree angle to my head. Just pop my fingers in, wrap the ends around, making sure they're nicely tucked in. Then rolling that all the way down and clipping it in. Do the same back here. This set is also designed to be slept on. If I was doing it on the same day, I'd probably make these all standing curls, but just because I'm going to sleep on it, it doesn't really work if I've got sort of them bulging out and then I lie on them and then they can get a bit messy. I'm taking my second row now, still 2 fingers, and I'm going to make these ones standing curls as well. Now I can feel my hair starting to slightly dry out. If you've got a spray bottle of water, that is fantastic. I still have not purchased one yet, so I just have a bottle of water handy and I sort of dump it onto my hand and then just run my hands through my hair to re-wet them. This one's just sort of started to loosen up on me, so I'm going to have to re-roll it. I find it super tricky doing pin curls with short hair. I find it hard with long hair as well actually, because then there's so much hair to just get into a tiny little roll. And of course the way my fringe is cut, it's not designed to sort of roll neatly. So we've got 2 rows of standing curls and then the rest are going to be done flat. So I'm taking my first one, and these are also going to be run down a single finger. Just bringing that in and twisting it towards the face. Now for my lower ones, I'm also going to be using bobby pins just because it'll be more comfortable for me to sleep on my side that way. Taking my next section of hair just in line with this one. I don't really like to brush my wet hair just because it's a bit bleach damaged and I don't really have anything to help it along at the moment. Just using one finger, wrapping it around, making sure those ends are nicely tucked in, rolling it up and then facing it to the front. So at the moment I am only putting 1 bobby pin in per curl. This is just because I don't have too many bobby pins and I want to sort of be as economical as possible. At the end though, I'll go around and feel for any loose curls, which I'll then take a second bobby pin and place it in an X shape across the curl. Right, so we're taking our next section down here. A little bit dry, so I will wet that. I really do need to get a spray bottle. It's just obviously at this moment in time it's not great to be sort of, you know, ordering lots of things to be delivered or going out and picking up random things. I know I could get one at Poundland, which is where I got both the Pincurl clips and the bobby pins, but you know, I don't really need to go there at the moment, so I'm just staying inside making do. You know, I don't really mind if my hands get a bit wet, it's just water. Right, so for this next one we're also rolling down, but we're spinning it towards the back and away from the face. So doing this sort of alternating front and back is what can give your curls a really nice wave. I'm not expecting a wave in my hair because it's sort of more of a fluff style, but I do just want a lot of, you know, mix and match kind of going both ways so that it'll really, you know, fluff up. So that's this side done. I'm going to treat this side the same and then we'll move on to the back. I for one am definitely looking forward to being out of lockdown and getting back to normal so that I can get my hair done. My regrowth is insane and I am thinking of going back to green. And I've got mostly green hair here, and then if you can see some like bright turquoise there, which, you know, it's a little strange. So exactly the same as the other side, taking 2 fingers. There seem to be some stray fringe pieces there, which I will try and incorporate into this roll. Sometimes I don't quite get the end of my curls in, so you just have to tuck it while you roll. Now, standing pin curls are not my best. I am a foam roller gal 100% of the way, but I just haven't really been able to find any, and the ones I have found were quite expensive. Got a couple stray bits which I can just sort of loosely curl and tuck inside now that that's pinned down. Now, because my hair is bleached, it is also drying quite quickly, so I'm finding I'm having to re-wet it a lot more than usual. Now we're on to our second row of standing pin curls, still 2 finger width. So as we can see, it's sort of symmetrical, as close as I can get. And now we're moving on to the flat curls, so these are just 1 finger width. Sometimes I sort of have to put my finger at different amounts, at different distances down the hair, so I can make sure to really tuck in those ends, as it doesn't work with all of them. I've only just been getting back into setting my hair in the past couple of weeks, but before that it'd been around, I'd say 4 months before I'd last set my hair, and it was only once or twice. I think it was just once on my green hair, and before that was when I had black hair and I'd been so busy that I hadn't been setting it. I probably haven't regularly set it for maybe 6 to 7 months. It's been a very long time. Cool, and taking the last one for the side section. Sometimes they just don't want to go. And it gets even trickier as you go towards the back, because obviously you can't really see what's happening. Okay, so those are the 2 sides done. Just to clarify, I've taken the fringe and the top 2 rolls, and they've been curled up and under. The fringe with just 1 finger width and the big rolls with 2 finger widths. And then from underneath it's been 1 finger roll, and it's been flat against the head. So now we're moving on to the back of the hair. I really hope I can sort of stay in frame and be at a position that'll help you guys. I'm obviously without a lot of stuff at the moment. I don't have a tripod, my camera's just sitting on my radiator, so it is quite tricky to sort of frame everything up, but I will do my best. So I think that should be alright. So here I'm just taking one roll at the centre back. This will be 2 finger widths. And just curling that down. So the back of the hair is a little bit less important for this style, just because we're going for fluff curls. You know, it doesn't need to be as clean and precise because it will just get all sort of messy. So I'm only doing one standing curl at the back, and then the rest will be flat against my head. I also find the back section much faster to do because I can't see how it's going, so I just sort of assume it's going well. So this first row I'm taking, they're all spinning to my left, and then the next will all spin to my right. Just sort of feeling to try and make sure I'm really getting those ends tucked in. This hair is sort of quite thin. I'm probably going to only do one more row, and these will of course be spinning to the left. I'm just taking my extra bobby pins, feeling if there are any loose feeling curls, and just double pinning them to create an X shape. It's usually with the thicker ones I need to do this. Going to pop a couple more in these front ones, as I have ended up with more bobby pins than usual. I did find a small stash on my nightstand the other day from just pulling them out before going to bed and leaving them there. You can see this one does look like it's sort of starting to, you know, sag and pull away, so I'm just going to redo that. Taking a little extra water because it has dried a bit. Perfect, so that's that for the setting pattern. I'll just talk you guys through it one more time just to make sure you've got everything. So I've taken my fringe, which is just a straight across fringe, and I've curled it in 2 small rolls going either side of my head and facing down. Next I've taken 2 large rolls, again going down, and are a standing pin curl. So these are wrapped around 2 fingers, so they're slightly larger. Then I took another row of the same thing, 2 fingers, slightly larger, rolled down, all being clipped with pin curl clips. Then underneath those 2 rows, I've done a row of flat pin curls, and those are spinning towards my face. So I just roll them down and then turn them to face my face. And I've got one pin curl just underneath those on the sides that's facing away. So wrap downwards and push towards the back of my head. So we've got one large standing pin curl rolled down and the rest are all flat pin curls, one finger width. So I took my first set, rolled them left, so just rolled them straight down and then spun them to the left. The next row, roll down to the right, and the last row, roll down and to the left. Because I'm going for a fluff curl look, I want the waves to be quite full and messy, so that's why I've taken the hair sort of at quite a high angle to my head, and then I've also done the different directions just to really get that sort of waves effect in it. So I want to fully show you how you can achieve this, from how to do your pin curls and your wet set, how to style, what to use, everything. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.